Okay, so imagine this. You're scrolling through your phone, you're adding milk, some bread to your cart, and then you see an option to buy a plot of land. I know, it sounds absolutely ridiculous, right? But this is the wild new world of quick commerce. So let's break this down. How in the world can you get land delivered in 10 minutes?
This right here, this was the line that made everyone do a double take. Zepto, the app we all use for those last-minute grocery runs, put out this ad campaign with this exact, unbelievable promise. And it immediately makes you ask one very simple question.
Exactly. How is that even possible? I mean, are they going to airdrop the property deeds from a helicopter? Is a delivery guy going to show up with a little pot of soil? The skepticism is totally real. And honestly, that's the whole point of this crazy, headline-grabbing campaign.
And this is where they really lean into it. The ad literally showed a massive plot of land, all of its physical, messy reality being kind of folded up and zipped into one of those classic purple Zepto bags. It's such a powerful image that plays right into their brand promise, but it also sets us up for what's really going on.
All right, so let's get past the clever marketing and dig into the actual mechanics. What really happens when you tap Buy Land on the Zepto app?
Yeah, let's just get this out of the way right now. No one is physically delivering a piece of land to your doorstep. This isn't about a truck showing up. It's about taking a process that is famously slow and making it fast. The delivery here is all digital, and it's all happening because of a really interesting partnership.
So here are the two companies making this happen. On one side, you've got Zepto, the masters of speed and convenience. And on the other, you have the House of Abhinandan Lodha, or Hall. They're a real estate developer whose whole thing is using tech to make buying land easier for a new generation. Think millennials, NRIs, people who expect a smooth, digital experience for everything.
So here's the big reveal. That 10-minute promise? It's not for a driver to show up. It's the time it takes for you to go from just browsing to actually securing your plot with a finalized booking. They're applying that quick commerce speed to the paperwork, not the physical product.
So the way it works is, it starts just like you're ordering anything else. You browse, you check things out, you submit an inquiry. But then, and this is key, it shifts. You get on a call with a real estate expert, which adds that human touch, that trust factor. The online booking, that's the 10-minute part. And after that, a dedicated manager takes over all the boring stuff, all that tedious paperwork.
And just to be clear, this isn't just a concept. It's live right now. You can open the app and see actual plots for sale. For example, there's land in Vrindavan, which is a couple of hours from Delhi, starting around 1.39 crore. Or you could get a plot in Naral, near Mumbai, for about 40 lakh. Seeing real places with real prices makes the whole thing feel much more concrete, So you have to wonder, how does a grocery app even get into real estate? Well, this isn't just some random experiment. It's actually the next logical, totally mind-blowing step in how quick commerce is evolving. And this slide really gets to the heart of why they're doing it. Think about the old way of buying land. It's a nightmare, right? Months of waiting, navigating all this red tape, drowning in paperwork. The Zepto way is a total game changer. A 10-minute booking, a secure digital process, and someone else to handle all the headaches. They're basically solving a huge pain point for people.
And if you just look at the timeline of what these guys have been doing, it all starts to make a weird kind of sense. A few years ago, getting groceries in 10 minutes sounded impossible. Then it was electronics and medicine. Then, earlier this year, Zepto teamed up with Skoda for 10-minute test drives. So, booking a plot of land? It's just the latest impossible thing that they're trying to make possible.
And I absolutely love this quote from Zepto's CEO, Adit Palicha, back when they announced that Skoda partnership. He kind of joked about not delivering cars yet. But that last part, but who knows what the future holds? That says everything. It shows this mindset of constantly pushing the boundaries of what you can sell with speed and convenience. All right, so what does this all mean for the future of real estate, for commerce in general? Is this just a flash in the pan, a clever gimmick, or is it the start of a real revolution?
The strategy behind this is actually pretty clear. They're tapping into this huge demand for speed and transparency in real estate. They're taking that instant gratification feeling we get from ordering food and applying it to one of the slowest industries on the planet. It just makes the whole idea of owning land feel way more accessible, especially for a younger, tech-savvy crowd.
And just so you know, Hobailable is not some small startup testing an idea. The info on Zepto's app shows they have already sold 11.5 million square feet of land. That is a massive scale, and it proves there's already a huge market for their tech-first approach to selling property.
This is what industry watchers are saying. If this experiment actually works, if people get comfortable booking land through an app they use for snacks, it could completely change how property is bought and sold online. It could force the entire old-school industry to get faster, more transparent, and just better for the customer.
And so that really leaves us with this final thought. We've gone from ordering bananas to electronics to car test drives, and now plots of land. What's next? What's the next impossible thing you'll be able to get in just 10 minutes? The line between what's possible and what's just plain absurd seems to be getting thinner every single day.